AST SpaceMobile has been on a decline lately, and today was no exception. It was down over 6% at one point. So um, I could have just exited my position, but maybe I'm a glutton for punishment. I decided to roll, re-roll down and out, reduce the strike price that I was buying a call for on a longer term. So here's what I did, and thanks for checking it out. Here we are. It's Tuesday, April 28th, 2026. I'm Patrick, disabled investor on a mission to grow my registered disability savings plan to $1 million and sharing the journey with you so you can learn from my mistakes. Today, I re-rolled, rolled down and out a call that I bought for AST SpaceMobile. I thought that the launch of Bluebird 7 was going to be successful. It wasn't, and I thought there would be a recovery for the stock sooner than it has, and it has not happened. And today was no exception. So I was wrong when I doubled down on buying two calls for AST SpaceMobile expiring May 29th for $100 strike price. We're not going to get there anytime soon. It's looking, but who knows? So what I did, I sold those calls. I took a loss, and I bought one call, and I'll show you what I did. That was my big move today. I also did some other things to rejig my portfolio to be able to do that, and I'll get into what happened. Um, let's start with that. As you can see, maybe if you can't see on the screen, what I've got up is a current order list of what went through. I placed an order this morning to sell those calls for AST SpaceMobile to two. I paid like $9 and I got $2 back for them. So, at least they got something, I guess. Um, I then sold 22 shares of CBIL, the short term treasury ETF, to free up enough cash to buy one $70 call for AST SpaceMobile expiring on June 18th. And I think, well, we're already there. So it's in the money currently, meaning it could be exercised to buy shares at $70. You wouldn't do that because of the cost of the call and the fact that it's so close to it. You might as well just pay the $70 a share. But my thinking is that earnings is coming in early May, and I think it's May 11th that the earnings call is happening. They're supposed to. So I'm expecting a bump from that leading up to it anyways, and that may be my opportunity to exit that position. The other thing that I did was I adjusted the buyback price for a covered call that I sold for AST SpaceMobile. It's a $140 call expiring on May 15th. The price got close to where I was willing to pay today, but the one person selling the call wasn't willing to go below 14 cents. So we didn't do the deal. So I said screw it, and I lowered the offer price to 5 cents, meaning that I'll pay $5 for what I sold for. I think it was close to 100 week ago. So that was the excitement. I lost money, but it could have been worse. Um, and then as far as what my portfolio did, you can see that I am down. Well, I'll just read it to you as well for those who are listening. I am down $3,977 today, which is a decline of 2%, 2.06%, which is worse than I would have done had I just invested in the Toronto Stock Exchange Index, or like an ETF investing in the TSX, or an ETF investing in the S&P 500, or a NASDAQ 100 ETF. Had I invested in either of those indexes or all three of them, I would have done better than I did today. And the reason I underperformed today had to do with what I'm into, and I'll show you what really took the took the wind out of my sails. Start with the spreadsheet. I've brought up a spreadsheet that I keep updated that tracks my my performance. The link is in the description, and essentially it outlines what performed well and what didn't for me today. The best performer today, or the worst performer today, was a leap that I have for Reddit. It's a $150 call expiring January 2027, and it lost about $1,000 today. Yeah, it was down almost $1,100 today. The next worst was AST SpaceMobile. The shares that I have for that, I have 100 shares of AST. They gave up about $7.20 Canadian per share, and on it goes. The best performer, if I go down to the bottom of the list today, was let's see. I'm just looking here. The best performer was Apple. Leap that I have for Apple, which actually gained $225 Canadian. It's a $250 call expiring in January 2027. I'm probably going to just sell that at the 6-month mark, like when it's got 6 months to go, because I don't intend on exercising that option. I don't have the cash, but it's nice to see that it's up from where I bought it. I paid about 35 Canadian, and the value of it now is 55. So I could exercise that, or I could sell it now and cash in the difference. Thinking of doing it, but haven't reached that point yet, because I'm hoping that earnings is going to be a bump, and give me an opportunity to exit with some profit. So those are my performers today, and as I said, at the end of the day, my portfolio is down. Since the last report, though, the last time I updated this spreadsheet was the last time I made any trades, which was on Friday the 24th. Today, it's the 28th, and my portfolio is actually up from that day by about $110. So even though I'm down on the day, $3,900, I'm actually up from the last time I reported. So it's showing a positive trend, anyways. And the final thing I'll share with you is the value of the portfolio. My portfolio finished off the day at $188,995, which, as I said, underperformed the major indexes, and I owe it all to what I'm into. It's my own fault. I can't blame anybody. It's I could shake my fist at the Strait of Hormuz for being blocked, and Iran and the States for going at it, but it's my own damn fault for what I'm into. I'm not too worried about it, though, because I think in the long run I'm going to do okay. It's annoying while it's happening, and all you can do is just wait. That's all I'm doing. Anyways, interested to hear how it went for you today, if you're down or up, or making any purchases. If you have any questions about this option trading thing, I'm happy to answer what works for me and what doesn't, and the mechanics of what I do. But in the meantime, thanks for watching, everybody, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. Take care. Not financial advice. I'm sharing my personal journey.